Like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell. Now to the video. Here, and today we are reviewing Kim Possible, the live action movie. What's there to say about this? I'm gonna do spoiler free, then spoilers, just in case you haven't watched it yet. So spoiler free. Let's talk about the plot without spoiling it. So the plot is very cartoonish. I will say that much. Like, the whole show is very cartoonish. The plot reminds me a lot of a certain Kim Possible episode, or a certain Kim Possible thing that we will talk about in the spoiler section. But it's very predictable, sadly. Very predictable. Who could have guessed anything different, I guess? Like, a lot of these things are always predictable. But anyways, the plot, very predictable, but reminds me of a certain Kim Possible something. Anyways, let's move on to the characters. What were the characters like? Were these newer characters better? Because obviously the original cast cannot play the characters of Kim Possible and such, because it's live action. So, let's talk about Kim first, because she's the main character, obviously. So, Kim Possible's new character, she's okay. She's an okay actor. Or actress, I should say. She's an okay actress. Her voice, it's okay. There were scenes in there where I was like, that's Kim Possible, right? There were scenes in there where I was just like, that's what Kim Possible will then. That's Kim Possible, you know? But then again, there were scenes in there where I was just like, that's not Kim Possible. So, it's okay. Ron, was he good? He was my favorite character in the original, other than Rufus, of course. But he was my favorite character in the original. And then this one, again, there were moments in there where I was just like, that's Ron Stoppable. But then again, I was just like, I was like, is that really Ron? He didn't really do much, to be honest. Like, in the original, at least he did stuff. But in this, he barely did anything. Like, there's a thing where basically a lever was going to be pulled, and Kim was like over here and Ron was over here, and he's like, Kim, go save the lever, like stop the lever from being switched, and she's just like, oh, I'll do that, and he just stood there. It's just kind of like, what? Like, why? So he was basically useless in this whole thing, which is kind of doing my main man Ron dirty, okay? And his actor, again, there's moments in there where I was like, that could be Ron. But then there was moments in there where I was just like, that's not Ron. And his voice, it's not as good as the original. I will say that much. 100% not as good as the original. As a matter of fact, it was kind of annoying. But after like half an hour of it, you get used to it. So, it was okay. Lesser than Kim, I would say, though. There was a few other characters like Wade. His character was in the movie, but not really enough that I can really judge or anything. But it was average. And then there's Mr. D, I think his name is, right? The teacher that we see most. They made him into a chubby old man. Which the one that we see is the one that in the show I think is like a buff old man. I think he's buff. He looks like he's buff. But anyways, so he's okay. He's kind of acts like the original one, but it's okay. We get to see Bonnie. She's supposedly a grade ahead or 2 grades ahead of Kim. Which in the original one, I'm pretty sure she was like in the same grade as Kim. So that's kind of a weird decision to make. But we didn't really get to see much of her, so I can't really say. But she was okay. And there was a new character in there that I'm not going to elaborate on too much. But she was also okay. Because she was a brand new character, so I can't really reference her to anything. Um, what else was I gonna say? Was the movie good or bad? It was okay. It was. If I were to rate this, one being the worst, five being the five, I mean 10 being the best, five being average, I'm gonna rate this a 6. I'm gonna say you can watch this, but it's not gonna be like the best. It's not gonna be anything that's special, and you're gonna want to be like go talk to people about. It's just gonna be like, oh, it was okay. Like you can watch it once and be like, okay, I'm satisfied. Just watched it once. And also, they made it so there might be a sequel because they made a cliffhanger at the end, which is kind of dumb. But whatever. Personally, I just want them to bring back like an animated show and not even like a remake of it. I want them to continue where they left off, like where they go to like college or maybe even a few years after where they have a kid of their own. That'd be really cool. But anyways, let's go into spoilers. So spoiler alert. Okay, so in the spoilers, this live action movie reminds me so much of the original Kim Possible movie. If you ever seen the movie, not the time traveling one that wasn't really a movie but it kind of looks like a movie, not the time traveling one, but the actual movie. Except it's reversed. It's Kim Possible that's upset and not Ron. So in the movie, Kim Possible gets a boyfriend, and Ron feels like left out and stuff like that, and he feels like they're growing apart and stuff like that. And in this, Kim Possible gets a friend, but she turns out to be better than Kim, and turns into like this like kind of like jealousy almost. And Kim's just like feeling really left out and stuff like that. So it totally reminds me of the movie, and it turns out it's a robot from Draken, just like the original Kim Possible movie. It was a robot from Draken, except on this one, the robot turned out to be good, and they saved her at the end because she could be good. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about Shigo and Draken too. Their characters. I didn't mind Shigo's character. She's probably one of the better interpretations in the show, just in case you're still watching. And Draken, he was okay. A little bit too much references to modern times, though. He's supposed to be an old man, but he's just like, oh, they're gonna meme this, and this is gonna be lit, and oh, this is so cool. I mean, dude, I'm not even that old, and I don't even understand what the kids today are doing. He just seems like an old man trying to understand what the kids are doing and just saying weird stuff. But Shigo was probably the best character, in my personal opinion. She's probably the closest to her original form, except for her voice, obviously. But she's probably the closest to her original form, which is pretty cool. Anyways, back to the plot. Back to the spoilers. So, basically, it reminds me a hell of a ton of that first movie. But this plot line is just like Draken's gonna steal Kim Possible's, like, her thing for himself, which also reminds me of an episode. I'm sure there was an episode in there that Draken tried to do something like that. I'm pretty sure there is. So yeah, it takes a lot from the cartoon and tries to make it into something, but it kind of fails at the same time because it's not as good. I would suggest going to watch the series before I suggest going to watch this, but then again, I say, go watch this. It's okay. It's not horrible, but it's not good. It's okay. Watch it once. In my personal opinion, I would say, like, watch it once and then you'll be done with it. And it was okay. It was okay nonetheless. That's about all I can say about it before, like, to be honest. That's about all I can say about it. It's a 6. It took a lot from the movies. It took a lot from the TV show, I should say. It was very cartoonish. The characters were okay for the most part. Shiga was probably the best. Kim Possible's family, we didn't get to see much of them, but the dad was probably the best one out of all those because he actually seemed like the dad from the show, and he actually almost like sounded like him, and the way he talked sounded like him. Kim Possible's mom was okay. Her nan was okay. So yeah, it was just okay in general. It's watchable. I suggest going to watch it, to be honest, because it was okay. But it's not the original, and it's nowhere near the original, and it's not going to be near the original ever. And they might make a sequel. They might make a sequel. If they do, I'll review it again. But I hope they can like actually make an animated series. And I don't want them to make a reboot. I want them to continue off where we left or go a couple years in the future. That would be really cool. Especially if it had similar writing to the first one. Or maybe even put it on Adult Swim so it's more edgy. But anyways, it was okay. I would say that much. It's okay. Nothing too bad. Nothing too good. It's okay. Anyways, I hope you liked this review. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell notification button because you know you love my content. As always, my friends, stay sane. Peace. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, because I know I did. But anyways, I hope you liked it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell for notifications, and that's pretty much it. Do it because she wants you to, and I do too. So subscribe, watch the videos, hit one of these things on the screen right now. Okay, bye-bye, peace.